like seriously, this is an AI project, right? So I'm asking Copilot and GPT-5 to produce graphics like this and things to help out to keep us on the straight and narrow of making games, right? Creating worlds and building beyond those points. It's just learning where to access those points and how to modify and create your own systems and things like that that live inside your world. In this case, we're going to cover like weird things like skills, but again, let's talk about GPT producing the content. Here we go. And it's showing us some pretty cool artwork. So, technically, let's talk about the future and the way that we learn how to do things. With the advancement of being able to switch your Copilot now to the Smart here, uses GPT-5 to think quickly and deeply. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do that. And basically, somebody asked me, how do you create a skill? So what I did was I took the base information telling GPT, our prompt, what we want. Here's the partial table due to the amount of tokens we can give Copilot. And if you just copy this little file here, and we go right to Copilot, and we paste this in, and I hit enter, what's going to happen? Give it some time here. Alright, here we go. So it's going to go through a basic information of the code structure, the table data, the key value pairs basically. If you don't know about key value pairs, ask it how the key value pairs work in relationship to what you're doing here as your next question in. But basically, this is how you would write the code. Okay. And here it tells you that we need to open up the build base scripts globals static data scripts Lua file. I will do so in the build base scripts globals static data skills.lua. Let's find it here, and here is our skill table. And now it says, hey, if we want mysticism in the game, let's go back to Copilot. We need to add this table. Right now, I didn't tell it to remind people to put the comma here at the end, because when you paste it in, you will break the global table because you will need a comma. But basically, if I just hit enter here, hit home to go to the beginning of the line, hit Control V, and you don't need to format this, but if you wanted to, you could highlight this code right here and hit Control and then the right bracket right above the enter key. Hit that a couple times, and then we have to have a comma right here. And before you know it, this will be broken here. We can talk about this. There's no icon for skill mysticism. So we'll have to put in a common asset that we're allowed to have access to. So it won't have an icon, but everything else will show up. If you just save this, reload your server, you now have a new skill called mysticism, and it has these details. Adding mysticism into the game, whether it's a spell, you have to add new spells, and you have to target mysticism. You'll have to write your own spell book to handle those kind of things, because the current spell book has issues handling evocation and manifestation, where it's just a conjoined hack into the spell book to produce magery. Another topic to get into, but this is how you add a brand new skill. Pretty simple. If you just read through the comments that the GPT gives you here, we can find it. There we go. This is all you need, right? It's all the information. I've already read through it. I've prompted it 2 or 3 times. It's accurate on everything. And yeah, it walks you through how to add your very own skill. Now, adding new effects, maybe it's like hiding and you want to push the hiding button, then you're going to need a mobile effect for that, and that's a different story. But luckily, I'm looking to work into the right prompting to teach people how to do mobile effects, plus my own video to help make it as quick as possible for you to jump into, use your own prompts that are maybe pre-generated by this model. We have been given 400 million tokens that we're allowed to use. Anybody who knows about GPT knows that's a lot compared to what we had prior. So you can really give good prompts. The only problem is that the Copilot is still limited, I think, by the 32K or 64K or whatever it is, right? So you really can't get a lot of code thrown in, plus descriptions on how to break it down and bring it to people who don't understand, and bring them up to speed on how to use these core functions, because there's a lot of them in the game, where to find them, and teaching you how to navigate this is a little side project I'm working on, right? So I'm hoping that AI can help in its infinite glory to help teach us how to make better systems by the understanding of the core systems, right? And that's what we're going to dive into. But for now, this is an idea. Maybe I give you the prompt, and when you get access to this, you could dive in, use what this prompt is telling you, read the information, make your own skill, and you're good to go. Now, interacting with this skill in the game is a completely different story. That's dealing with mechanical targets, action icons, various other techniques that they have in the game in which you can interact with the skill system. So we are going to leave this as the end of the conversation, and hopefully you've learned about the new direction, and you tell me, do you prefer this kind of system? Let me know. I prefer this kind of system for learning myself. Everybody wants to be a better game developer, so we will leave this at that, and you have a phenomenal day, man. The question is, do we AI or don't we? Let me know.